Dear friends, this is Ingo from About Africa and the Rest of the World. And today I'm at Tefaf, the great fair for antiques and art. And yeah, there are 7 galleries showing traditional African and Oceanic art. And yeah, you will see the highlights in this video. See you. Yes, and now I'm here at the Ammersee once again. And I start with Bernard de Grunne. You know, de Grunne, what a genius, isn't it awesome? Sorry, but de Grunne always does very fantastic, awesome exhibitions on the Tefaf, and this one at the time it was the same, like last year and last year before. And now he had a lot of Hember sculptures, and one was better than the other. To be honest, here's de Grunne in the back. And yeah, I don't know whether I'm the biggest fan of Hembers, but this was an awesome exhibition. Look at the faces, and yeah, I really love it. You know, last year I think he had Mumuye. This is on the same level, even more. And he made a catalogue where he shows some objects of the Master of Burghley, here perfect from all angles, Master of Burghley, and the Hembers he's showing today, and no, today in Maastricht. So this was really awesome. Here's some more of these, even more. And this is the high end quality. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. And there's once again a fantastic catalogue with Burghley objects and these Hember objects. And yeah, what can I say? Yeah, he rocked the Tefaf once again. The Grunne is awesome. Here's some paddles. If you need a paddle, the one is very, of course, we know in, I think, Polynesia. And what we have next, I think it was Asia. It was awesome. Don't ask me what it was. And now we're in Africa again. And Mr. Cameraman, what is he doing here? It's, what a look. Look at that. His face. And here's some, I have to read it in the catalog. It's Kabea Muka. It's not a catalog, it's a book. Kabea Muka, which is, of course, Hember once again. And so to see so many objects in one fair is amazing, one exhibition. So de Grunne really, yeah, he knows what he has to show, and he has the people who really have the money to do so, to buy these objects. Here, very good Nuzu from Solomon Islands. It's like Nuzu should be. Yeah, of course, it's de Grunne. Here, I said, oh, this is just a drum. And Visser was there, Joris Visser, you know, the expert from Lampert's. And he said, no, this is not just a drum. This is a Torres Strait drum. This is so amazing, so straight. So here, you know, Torres Strait. It cost much more than 100,000 euro. Okay. Here's Mestdagh, Patrick and Ondine Mestdagh. And they had a mixed of nearly everything. Here, Eskimos, a lot of people, Inuit, a lot of people told me, oh, did you see the Inuit objects? You know, here's Japan, Greenland is very up to date because of Trump at the moment. And really, the Mestdagh, they are doing, as they say, a 5-continent style. From each continent, they have good objects. And they always try to find the perfect shape, for example, with this, with the shields that they have African, they have Oceanic, and here is one on the left. I see. You will see better. One of those famous Zulu shields, and yeah, this is amazing. Like hypnotic with the eyes, and once again Japan. So here's really 5 continents thing, in Africa as well. And Mestdagh was great. It was not in the area where you find the other tribal art galleries, which was interesting. Here, Colombia, and the Lega. But a little, it was the first gallery I saw nearly, and I hope he will have some success. This is a very rare object, a shaman drum from Siberia. You know, I'm a big fan of Siberian art, and this was so well carved, I think, from India. Ooh. And one more. Yes, Mestdagh really was good, and the more I see my video, the better I think he was. And really, I hope he will succeed in good in selling good objects, Mestdagh. So really 5-continent thing. And yeah, Marquesas, club, whatever. And I think, and we are still in Polynesia. And this is Fiji? I guess it's Fiji. If I'm wrong, tell me. other things. And at the other end, the cameraman is doing some moves. And yeah, when I see this, I would say it's Luber. That's the typical Luber style. When I see the end, here the sculpture, maybe it's Hemba. So it's Hemba Luber. It's from there. It's from the Congo. The style was very good, very interesting, and Cuba drum. Montagut, he was on the. He had this awesome, great, very old tuna mask, and he was in the showcase section. Showcase means you don't have to pay much money, and it's for rookies, for beginners, for Tefaf beginners. You know, it's strange to say that Montagut is a rookie, it's a beginner, but yeah. So, and it is not very expensive to be there, but the fair says, hey, come, we give you a little space to show what you have. We think we are good. And what he had were great, awesome aqua vase. It's amazing. You know, when you start with African art, you often start with aqua vase or with abeches. And one day you say, oh, aqua vase. But I think for me, the fascination went back when I see such great objects, and he sold some of them, and which were maybe not too expensive. And then there's the Ron book about it. And of course, not only Aquabar, but he had good things a month ago. And if you have this showcase thing, you don't have to sell objects for millions of euro. It's sometimes enough if you sell for some €1,000. So I really hope, isn't this amazing? Of course, the light is perfect, but this is an amazing thing. Montagut was good, and once again, it sold some object. It was a surprise to see aqua bars, but yeah, I think they were liked by the visitors as well. And more here, it's really, and they're good ones. Maybe you can ask him. Maybe he will sell some to you. Whatever, I don't know. Let's see what will happen. And isn't it really awesome? It is great. Next is Jan Ferrandin. Ferrandin always has a mix of African and Oceanic and a lot of Asian and Japan things. And there's this very strong Nkisi sculpture. I think the small one was not so big, but it was nice. And here is a Chivara. And the main important thing of this Chivara is, you see, is this long horn. It was so long. It was amazing from Ferrandin. And Fang had, it's a good one, maybe not the best, but a good one. And I think this is Dan Manu, I guess we know in Western African. And focus. Yeah, more of these things. And Ferrandin was good. And I never know, and yeah, of course, everybody needs a quota. And of course, he has one. So that means compared to the Gabon section, compared to, for example, Parcours du Monde, you see more Fang, and you even see more quotas. So they really try to sell the high class objects which they have, and this is Fang and things like that, or Sachin Dogon. In the back you see the mask of Japan. I have not filmed them. This was an Asian pair which I liked a lot. She and he, and both from the side, and once again you can see the mask from Japan. So Ferrandin is mixed, and I heard this was a goddess from Papua New Guinea. Interesting. Schoffel. Schoffel had, for me, the most impressive objects, and this is this one. It's the elephant tusk, but it's this big one, and it was from the King Joya, the Germans especially know him, Joya. I think there are 2 or 3 existing, and this is, I guess, the largest one. I think this is larger than Berlin. It's such an amazing object. For me, it was the number 1 of this Tefaf, and it should be in a museum, for example, or yeah, it should be in a museum. Here's a very, very good Dogon. So Serge had great objects. Serge told me that the Prafa went very well, for example, and yeah, everybody needs to know. Prafa went very well, and he hopes that the same for the Tefaf. Last year was a very interesting year for the travel art. We had this Babi Müller auction, which was good for the reputation of a market, but maybe not for the galleries, because everybody watched this. But at the end of the time, here's crazy, Mumuya. But at the end of the time, I think now it's good for the galleries as well, because I guess the people are really interested in everything. And if you see such strong objects like this one, or like the Marquesas Club, then I think the buyers will come back and will buy things. The objects, the auctions, for example, they went very well. For example, the last one from Lambert's. So I think that the tribal art market is strong at the moment. Here's a yacker, good yacker sculpture, very good one. And here is a yacker mask. So Schoffel was strong with them, as I would say, strongest object from all in Cameroon. That's Voyageurs et Curieux. Always interesting. They were the experts for oceanic and Polynesian art, maybe together with Meyer. And very interesting forms, very good stuff, classic stuff, of course. Let's see what's happening. You know, at the Tefaf, I saw a lot of oceanic objects, or Polynesian objects, African objects. I did only see one Cameroon object. I did not see East Africa. I did not see South Africa. I didn't see Nigeria. I didn't see whatever, Tibet or Siberia. So it's really focused on some areas, because that's where the big money is, and where the people who really buy objects, they don't want to buy, for example, Tanzania, expensive East Africa, Tanzania things. They want to buy classics, and classics oceanic, or is Congo or Western Africa. And yeah, this is for years one of my favorite, which I liked a lot. Yeah, his Voyageurs Curieux. Voyageurs Curieux is always strong, and like this double sculpture here at the end. Yeah, and here even with the mouth open. Don't know why. It's like a little like a cry. I don't know. Okay, I'm not an ethnologist. And once again, a Nuzu from the Solomon Island. So, and Lucas Ratton and Oscar Graf. Ratton is an African art dealer. Oscar, not only African art. This is, for example, of course, North America. Oscar Graf, he's doing, I think, design of the. This is very strong thing. Oscar Graf is doing design from the end of the 19th, beginning of the 20th century, and they combined both things, which I think was a good idea. This was a so strong chocolate. Wow, one of the wow pieces for me. Yeah, it is. Lucas has always good items, has good exhibitions. He had great exhibitions in Paris, I think last year or 2 years ago. 2 years ago it was. And so it was a very nice mixing together these African art with this design from, which is older than 100 years. For example, here they mixed it together. I don't know whether the mix always was lucky, but it was very interesting. That's the point, and it's great that they're doing this. So this was the Tefaf 2025, and disclaimer, this time I was part of the press group. That means I got the hotel, I got the travel costs, and I got a dinner for free, but they paid me for nothing. So it's not paid what you saw, but I did so without paying for the travel, for the train, which is good as well. And let's see what will happen the next time in the tribal art market. For example, there will be a cement auction, and there will civilizations, and there will Paris tribal and things like that. So it's a very, I think at the moment, tribal art is a strong market, it's a very nice market. And I see you again with this darn spoon.